Welcome back to the channel. The Kansas City Chiefs are officially in rebuild mode after their devastating Super Bowl 59 loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. And their first move? Bringing back quarterback Chris Oladipo on a reserve/futures contract. But why did the Chiefs prioritize this signing? Is there something bigger happening behind the scenes? Let's break it all down. Kansas City's 40-22 loss to the Eagles crushed their historic three-peat hopes. Patrick Mahomes, a three-time Super Bowl MVP, had a night to forget, especially in the first half. Just 33 passing yards, 0 touchdowns, and 2 costly interceptions. By the time he found his rhythm, it was too late. After the game, Mahomes admitted the loss would haunt him for the rest of his career. Any time you lose a Super Bowl, it's the worst feeling in the world. These 2 losses will motivate me for the rest of my career. While Mahomes processes that heartbreak, the Chiefs are already making roster moves. Chris Oladipo, a former 7th-round pick out of South Dakota State, has re-signed with Kansas City. In 2024, he saw minimal action, just 5 offensive snaps against the Denver Broncos. So why did the Chiefs bring him back? Here's where it gets interesting. Oladipo isn't just a depth piece. He has been working closely with Mahomes and renowned quarterback coach Jeff Christensen, refining his mechanics, footwork, and even his grip on the ball. His confidence is sky-high, and he's made it clear he's ready to compete. "I'm always going to come out here and compete. No matter who's in the room, every day, I'm trying to beat Pat, Carson, and Ian. That's my job." The backup quarterback situation in Kansas City is far from settled. Chad Henne retired last year. Blaine Gabbert's future remains uncertain. Carson Wentz was brought in for depth, but is he the long-term solution? Meanwhile, across the league, another major storyline is developing. San Francisco 49ers star wide receiver Deebo Samuel has reportedly requested a trade, and the franchise is willing to accommodate. 49ers tight end George Kittle acknowledged how big of a loss this could be, saying, "You can't really replace Deebo. He's one of the most unique players in the NFL." San Francisco has been significantly better with Deebo on the field, ranking higher in nearly every offensive metric. But several teams are already showing interest in acquiring him. The biggest question now: will a team offer enough to convince the 49ers to move on? The off-season business is in full swing, and teams are making major moves that could shake up the AFC and directly impact the Chiefs' dominance. Here are some of the biggest storylines. Buffalo Bills, reportedly interested in acquiring T. Higgins to give Josh Allen another elite weapon. Baltimore Ravens, looking to bolster their secondary to neutralize Kansas City's passing attack. Cincinnati Bengals may move on from Trey Hendrickson and bring in new defensive reinforcements. Los Angeles Chargers, rumored to be considering a move to bring back Tyreek Hill. Yes, the same Tyreek Hill who was a nightmare for opposing defenses during his time in KC. Kansas City isn't standing still. Reports indicate they may be targeting Mike Evans in free agency and could draft a receiver like Keon Coleman to ensure Mahomes has the weapons he needs. One of the biggest concerns for Kansas City is their offensive line. Mahomes was pressured a league-high 227 times last season and took a career-worst 6 sacks in the Super Bowl. Trey Smith, a key piece of that offensive line, is set to hit free agency, and teams like the Chicago Bears and Minnesota Vikings are reportedly interested in signing him. Will the Chiefs be able to afford to keep Smith? Or will they have to rebuild the offensive line with younger, cheaper options? The hunt has begun. The Chiefs have dominated the NFL in recent years, but their rivals are making aggressive moves to dethrone them. Will Kansas City maintain its reign, or are we witnessing the beginning of a new era in the league? This is passion. This is history. This is the Kansas City Chiefs. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments, what's your favorite Chiefs moment? See you in the next one. Go Chiefs!